Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is February 21st, and right now we are looking at the infrared/visible satellite imagery. You can see our next cutoff low is going to set up shop here over the Pacific Ocean, and it's going to give us a break here across the state of California, at least for a few days, before it then starts to kick through as we go later into the weekend, into early next week. We'll look at those details coming up, and we'll take a look at the extended forecast as always as we go through the video today. But first, I wanted to go through what happened yesterday. You can see that powerful line of storms moving into the Bay Area, some torrential rainfall, a lot of lightning strikes that moved into the valley areas as well. A lot of places in San Francisco got up towards an inch in an hour there yesterday, and that's why the streets were flooding and the manholes were backing up. You can see that torrential rainfall move across the area, and look at all these lightning strikes just blasting all the way up into the foothills as that moved through. Now, if I scroll back here again, you can see the atmospheric river, how it was targeted across Southern California most of the day yesterday as well. And now that is moving off to the east, and we did have that slug of moisture still move through this morning here, but that is out of our hair as well. Just some residual showers today. Now, if we take a look across Southern California, the models did a pretty good job showing the heaviest precipitation, generally cutting off somewhere around Orange County here. And you can see where the bulk of this atmospheric river was focused across Los Angeles and Orange County. Lesser amounts across San Diego, but still some areas up towards an inch there as well. And in the previous days, Santa Barbara and Ventura County were just absolutely getting hammered. The higher terrain getting up over 8 to 9 inches of precipitation. And if we look at this, downtown San Francisco, 1.5 inches of rain, and most of that fell just in a couple hour period. So that's why things were getting flooded and why we had flash flood warnings across a lot of the Bay Area. Now, if we look at the National Weather Service San Francisco, total strikes 467. You can see all the lightning off the coastline and over the interior areas there as well, as some of that moved up into the foothills there. So yeah, pretty prolific lightning producer. And just a reminder, it only takes about 12 inches of water to sweep your vehicle and roll it off into the side of these roadways here where it can be deeper water. And that's how a lot of drowning deaths occur, most of them in vehicles. Don't let a bad decision be your last. Turn around, don't drown. You guys know the drill. Don't drive around those barricades, and you don't know what's under that roadway when you start driving across it. So use caution. 5-day outlook. Residual showers today. Then look at this. We dry out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and maybe most of the day Sunday for much of the state also. And then we'll take a look when that next precipitation round comes, and then we'll take a look at the extended forecast also here in a moment. If we look at the excessive rainfall outlook, just kind of nice to look at it and not see anything right now. All the Southwest clear of that for now, but we'll watch that here as we go on into early March. Looks like some systems might return. Now, this is the European last night's run. If we scroll through here, you'll see some residual showers around as we go through the day today, but mostly wrapping up that precipitation. Cutoff low is going to be spinning off our coastline here as we go through the day Saturday, but yet another dry day, most likely for much of the state. See a couple showers maybe popping up. But as we go on into Sunday, you can see the system is finally going to kick through. It's going to be pushed through by a subtropical jet stream and a trough moving through the Pacific Northwest, and that is going to start to bring some rain again as we go through later this weekend into early next week. And we'll have to watch that one closely because things are probably going to be changing. These cutoff lows are notoriously fickle, and it could bring us some rounds of moderate precip again with it. And if you want a nice, affordable home weather station to record all this crazy weather we get here across the Southwest USA, click on that link down below to save 10% off. Stores all the data for you in the cloud. Highly recommended. Now, looking at the GFS. So this is hot off the presses. Let's see what it says. Wrapping up that precipitation as we go through the day today. Cutoff low sits and spins off the coastline here. It will be weakening, but then it's going to get picked up by the subtropical jet and kind of this trough here. It's going to interact with that and bring the precipitation back into the state here. Maybe we can bring some lower snow levels here with some of that cooler air aloft as we go on into early next week. And then we get a few more day break here in the GFS. But the GFS wants to start throwing some haymakers back at the state of California as we go on into early March. This would be March 1st, probably the afternoon there. And you can see another strong frontal system driving down the state, and then another storm system as we go. And this is often fantasy land, but it is kind of interesting seeing what kind of haymakers the GFS is throwing back into the state of California. We'll worry about those systems as we get closer, but it continues to show us being active into early March. And Donner Summit, just showing you guys that the most of the snow is wrapped up, but if you drop a quick inch across some of these higher passes, it can still make things quite treacherous. So heads up for that. There are some residual showers ongoing, but you see as of this morning, most of the snowfall has occurred. Tioga Pass, same thing here as well. And snow levels you can see generally between 5,000 and 6,000 feet. If you look at some of the webcams, look at Sonora Junction. It's quite nice out there and actually bare and dry across some of the the passes. But you can see there is some compact snow and ice on some of these roadways out here. So check before you go. You can check these webcams here on the avalanche.org and Avalanche Weather Information, National Weather Service sites. But you can see Donner Summit, it looks a little sketchy out there still. And if you get another shower that coats the roadway, of course, things can become treacherous. So heads up for that as we go through the day today. And I want to play this through here because you can see as we're scrolling through the day today, you can see a little bit of that snow still piling up. So it can make things quite treacherous, even if it's only an inch or two on the roadway there. But as you go through tomorrow, you'll see no snow. As we go through Friday, no snow. Then as we start to go through later this weekend, you see it start to pile up again here as we go through Monday into Tuesday with that next storm system. But we'll watch that day by day as we get closer, and then maybe some additional storms after that as we go into early March. That would be nice. Now, taking a look at the 6 to 10 day precipitation, above average for much of the west. This goes through March 1st, and the 8 to 14 days still kind of showing that above average signal here across a lot of the west. We'll keep revisiting that, of course. 8 to 14 day all the way through early March, below average signal. And this is looking at the entire state here, the snow water equivalent. We're getting close to 50% there, so we're doing quite well. We're getting up towards normal, and you can clearly see the ground we've made in February. I mean, look at these big jumps getting back up towards the 50th percentile there, which is just about average. So doing quite well with the snow water equivalent across the state of California. And I was looking at the Colorado River. I'll probably add more information about this. I'm trying to educate myself on just how much of the Colorado River or how much of the water of Southern California uses that comes from the Colorado River. I'll probably be updating that over the upcoming weeks here, but I get some comments about that as well. So I'll probably educate myself a little bit better on that. I'm not quite sure how this system works right now. But anyway, so we have another system rolling in later this weekend into next week. We'll be watching that one. Enjoy that dry weather, get things cleaned up again, because we may remain active on in through early March. There's still big model discrepancy, and it's, theoretical at this point. We're just kind of looking off in a fantasy land. But anyway, I hope you guys are liking these videos. Click like and subscribe. Leave some comments below. Let me guys know what else you'd like to see and how you're liking the channel. And we'll do this again tomorrow.